Hi and welcome back to my channel, and today I have a request from one of my subscribers. It's Joe w3u9i who asked me if I would do a review of Avengers 200 if I happen to have it in my collection. And Joe, I do, and here it is. So this video is especially for you and I hope you enjoy it. So there you have it. It's a milestone issue, number 200. It's the Avengers, and probably my favourite lineup of the Avengers ever, and drawn by just the great master himself, George Perez. So you've got Thor, the Vision, the Wasp, Captain America, Wonder Man, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Yellow Jacket, the Beast, Scarlet Witch, Iron Man and Jocasta. And then you've got the John Byrne bubbleheads here. And yeah, this particular comic centers on Miss Marvel. It's an infamous comic with a very controversial storyline, which I'm not going to get into too much. If you're interested in finding out more, just look up YouTube Avengers 200 and you'll read all about the particular storyline and just how challenging and difficult it is. But the plot is by Jim Shooter, George Perez, Leighton and Michelin. David Michelin is the writer, George Perez and Dan Green is the art, John Constanza is the letters, and Ben Shann's the colours. And Jim Shooter is the editor-in-chief. So this comic particularly starts off with just the Avengers who are outside the delivery room waiting for Miss Marvel to have her baby. Yes. And yeah, a conversation there among all the Avengers about the impending arrival of this particular baby. And there they all are. And then we've got Thor in his human guise as a doctor who's actually doing the delivery of the child. And the Avengers, of course, are waiting outside the delivery room for the impending arrival of this little baby. So there now, the child has been born, and yeah, the Avengers seem very happy. Beautiful artwork here by George Perez. It's just absolutely stunning. And don't forget that 2 issues later, George Perez would leave the Avengers and begin his run on the new Teen Titans. So this run by Perez on the Avengers is my favourite run, and I think I nearly have all of them at this stage. And just the storyline and artwork is just fantastic. It's interspersed with some particular issues that were drawn by John Byrne. Absolutely brilliant. So anyway, there's Miss Marvel's baby, and yeah. So this baby is starting to manifest, starting to grow very quickly and develop rapidly. And Miss Marvel is recovering from her pregnancy very quickly. So obviously there's other factors involved here that I'm not going to get into. But there seems to be a slip in the timeline, and so there's a displacement of past, present and future. So an example, there's dinosaurs from the past making an appearance in the present. And there's the Avengers being alerted to the fact that there's something going on in regards of dinosaurs appearing, etc. So there's Jocasta. I really like Jocasta, and she's just talking about humans' emotions and how the fact that she's an android, etc. And just, yeah. And then there's this particular part of the storyline, and I'm sure, Joe, that you know yourself about this storyline. So there's the dinosaurs appearing, and of course the Avengers are alerted to this. So there's a disruption in the time stream, and past, present and future become mixed up. So there's a knight appearing, and meets the Scarlet Witch, and yeah. So really, as you can imagine, that particular knight is no match for the Scarlet Witch. So that's just the Avengers just responding to what's going on. there's a beautiful splash page of all the comics that were available at this time. You've got like the double-size issue of X-Men by John Byrne and Chris Claremont on the death of Jean Grey. Fantastic. You've got, what else have you got? John Byrne's run in Captain America, fantastic. Fantastic Four, just look at that there, absolute goodness. And don't forget, we're going back to 1980, so this is actually from 1980. So yeah, the storyline continues with the Avengers, and they're dealing with the situation around them with all these anomalies that are taking place. And Miss Marvel's trying to deal with her own situation about her baby, and her baby is rapidly developing at this stage, a full-grown man. So yeah, lots going on. And there you go. There's that Knight. I like that panel where the Knight tries to stick a knife in Jocasta and kind of realizes that she's more than just a fair maiden. So yeah, beautiful artwork here by George Perez, absolutely stunning. Yeah, it's been a while, Joe, since I picked up this comic to look through it, and it's just great to come back and revisit it again. And I had a read of it before I did my review, and yeah, it's a bit bonkers, but hey, it is what it is. Perhaps not Jim Shooter's greatest moment, but nonetheless, it's Avengers 200 and kind of marks the end of George Perez's run on the Avengers. So, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, so there you have it. So Joe, this is a look at Avengers 200. And as you know, the storyline, when it ended, did not go down well with a lot of readers, a lot of fans. To this day, it's still a very contentious issue. I love Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, and just, I think that of all Marvel characters, she's been really hard done by again and again. So yes, I think she was hard done by in this particular run of the Avengers. She was hard done by in this issue, but it wouldn't be until King Size Avengers number 10 that Chris Claremont would rectify this situation and would hold the Avengers accountable for their actions, and also would deal with the trauma that Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, went through. And that's Chris Claremont, you know, who was the original writer and author of mid-70s Miss Marvel when she first got her own title and first appeared. That was Chris Claremont that was the writer. So he came full circle to rectify her storyline. So Joe, there you have it. It's just a video for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you do watch this video, please drop me a line and let me know if you enjoyed it or not, because I'm not going to lie to you, this was an issue that I probably wouldn't have done a review on until later and later and later. I think I would have put it aside because it's a contentious issue, and you know, just it is what it is. But I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. And for anybody else watching this, hey, a like and subscribe would be very welcome. Okay then, folks. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.